Hey, yo, Gates of the Garden, make some noise!
Yeah! All or nothing, man. We here. Got the co-host with me. Y'all want?
Press Mafia, shout out to the ball with the edibles.
My brother here.
Floss football, food stand for everything.
We gonna get right into it, but let's introduce my man to the left.
Darange, one name that they calling. Don't go in at all if you ain't going all in. Mr. Ayo, got it. Let's do this.
Make some noise. Make some noise.
My man to the right.
It's your boy Redeem, Brooklyn, New York. Shout out Free the Souls Clothing. Gates, what up?
Make some noise. Make some noise.
Open the gates, they hate on my state, they was trolling. Open the gates, we open the gates to the garden.
It's time to do this and be the karma for Judas. It's obvious that I don't want to hear no God-tier flips and angles that are biblical. It won't get you a W for being unoriginal. It's pitiful. I gotta get rid of a name, another lame trying to use God's name to get him some fame. That is despicable. But me, yes, I have faith, but I'm a different dude. See, you believe in Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, one of them ideologies. Yeah, you that type of individual. I'm more spiritual, but I'll show you another visual, because the blade, too, believe in Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, the same principles. What? You don't understand the message I'm giving you? What I'm telling you is it don't matter which you choose. It'll still be split in you. They call separation within your mass like religion do. You ain't something that I wanna be. You ain't something that I wanna be. You a wannabe. I got a cemetery full of lonely bodies and a grave with your name. You can go and keep them company. Go ahead and place your bets down. What you get's foul. You facing somebody that's colder than Iceman in the middle of Antarctica, surrounded by cooling fans and only wrapped in a wet towel. Oh, you ain't know? Let me introduce myself. It's Mr. Ayo! You'll get an ass whooping and there's no exception. Now pay attention, the modern day demigod, the range is the name they mention. I'm taking you to school, but you don't gotta stay after class to get the lesson. There's no detention. Looking for vindication redeemed? Till it's bow. Now there's no redemption. Your name is redeemed. Let me state that now. Redeemed. 2 parts. Let me break that down. Listen, Reed, this ain't something I would ever regret. And you can't start over if you push my buttons. Don't ever tell me that reset. Yeah. Don't ever tell me that.
I like it.
Listen, I said, this ain't something I will regret. You can't start over if you push my buttons. Don't ever tell me that reset. Yo, it's not a game. You can't run it back if replay. The money shot to go through on the first try. Ain't no need to redo it to make repay. Now I'm making a fake pastor and a future cheating deacon. Got his brains leaking and the ambulance got a race to wherever relay. Yeah, fuck with me. Yeah. You a wannabe Sharif, a negative 2.0 loaded Lux when he speak. Hold on. You a wannabe Sharif, a negative 2.0 loaded Lux when he speak. A judgmental, hypocritical, motivational speaker when you preach. Fucking dummy, play that role. If that's how I react, just know I'm prepared, well-rounded, the total package. So keep it chill and calm, cause I got everything that relax. And if you want to play the religion side, just go. Yeah. And if you want to play the religion side, just know that I ride with the 4-5, then let it bow. Let's talk about it. Did you peep that? It was just code for me saying I'm getting recapped, and we can recap. I'm a recap. I'm making sure. Whoa! Yeah, it's different. Listen. That was code for we can recap how I recap, and we'll make sure it's over on the first go round. There's no need for the rematch. You a bitter hater, a phony prophet, a gimmick. Would I deliver greater? This fraud deserve everything out the barrel the tray ate, but not before I load it up. Gotta spin it like an Olympic figure skater. Then it's bow, leg shot for thinking I'm an obstacle that you gon' hurdle. Artery get hit, then you get dropped in the ditch. Let me see you find your way out that hole to get the calling for your life from the shell like a newborn turtle.
Talk to him.
From the shell like a newborn turtle. This ain't something you can ever escape. You made a mistake, now it's too late. You should have had your head straight. Cause when Darange rearrange your brain after he let it bang, I changed that egg shape. And they can try to save you, but to lift you to the ER, it'll be hard after the lead spray. Cause not only has the body gone cold, but like putting a zombie on hold, you dead weight.
Oh!
Right.
Boy, talk different. It's different. You dead weight. I will spare none. Be aware, son, that every round I'm giving the crowd electrifying punches, like they watching Lord Rated and Static Shock shooting the fair one. Shooting the fair one. You look like the type of dude that would be your father's favorite daughter, La Nena de Papa. Yeah. look like the type of dude that would be his father's favorite daughter, la nena de papa. After this, you probably want beef inside, but you soft as a cooked potato. You a rellena de papa. You potato ball ass nigga, the skill set is separated by the widest of margins. This is a fee you gotta pay, and I'm gonna make sure this count when I charge in. These bullets got no respect for your privacy. These shots are rushed in on you like they barged in. You had an appetite for this beating, but this food for thought won't leave you starving. Hit limb after limb after limb, every part, then you won't be pardoned. I decapitate you to use your head as a bargain. For me to get to Dre Dennis and C-Lo, so they can finally bring me somebody here that was worth these bars, man. But not before I show them that I am a marksman. Catch him between the eyes, now we departing. And the only way you see him on another card then is if you two make it to the heavens and watch him in his new league, the pearly gate to the garden. Like a man waiting for the phone to come back on. Watch your tone, man. I'm ready for war. You're singing me swinging long blades. No cone, man. You're a peon, but I'm the one that's wrong, man. If there's actually beef, I don't need to grab the heat or snatch the piece. I got a blade that I'm sharpening for the last half a week. It's all for the child's play. Start, yeah. I said, listen. You're a peon, but I'm the one that's roaming. If there's actual beef, I don't need to grab the heat or snatch the piece. I got a blade that I done sharpened for the last half a week. It's all for the child's play. Sorry, kid, because instead, boy, I'm having all in you like a corrupt Roman Catholic priest. I'll catch you while you're vulnerable and unprotected. Don't neglect it. You're not Jesus. You can't be resurrected. Before you die, in your mind, you asking the question, how did I get the weapon? But you should have did your research on this guy. Why? Because I'm something like Xbox One controllers or Wi-Fi. Even though you don't see the plug, you still know I'm connected. And you better respect it. Because you facing a boss. I came to OD, but you gonna know it's me. Because to get my point across, I had the handle of the blade shaped into a rosary. I'm too slippery to get a grip on. You can't get a hold of me. I feel blessed and high. I guess I've been puffing holy weed. This is your fate, to exterminate a con artist. I do it the way that I should and make sure that it's done for good. Yeah, there's not no recovery. Let me break down this plot in the summary. The shot of you hit your body, then take a chunk out of you like Baraka was Hungary. You cannot ever fuck with me. I will attach your bum ass to a live battery, then turn up the watts for your fuckery. And the irony in it is the person that find you next will see you there electrocuted to death, then be in awe. Now that's a shocking discovery. You should have heard I was the truth when it comes to this, because these punches come out of nowhere like Murder Book on Briz. One, boy, listen, please don't tell me that Saga's your ghostwriter, even though you're gonna float like him. You're no Titan, don't hype him, because if you want more, there's no whoopee or good shit for you, it's just a bow. Then I turn you into Patrick Swayze jotting bars. You just another ghostwriting. One question, what's a peasant to a god tier? If you ain't got no bars, bitch, you do not belong here.
Make some noise, make some noise.
Open the gates, they hate on my state, they was trolling. Open the gates, we open the gates to the garden.
I said, hey, yo! This, that Eastern Hemisphere pre-transatlantic slave trade Christian rapping. This that Eastern Hemisphere pre-transatlantic slave trade Christian rapping. Not that European whitewash faith that's been infiltrated by Anglo-Saxon. And matter of fact, man, didn't Adam get kicked out of a garden way back when? And Dre Dennis, you got the audacity to let a believer back in? You win for, boy. My faith and battle rap. Watch how I fuse them. I don't claim to be no thug. I left the streets alone, so it's snug. I don't get to use it. But this is battle rap.
Yeah.
So since I don't know you, and you don't know me, right in my intro, do some Since I don't know you, and you don't know me, right in my intro, do some We gonna have fun, but I don't need a gun to show y'all I can make it. Here's when we separate the real from the fakeness, the love from the hatred, the mediocrity from the greatness, the secular from the sacred. You ask this one question. You ask this one question every battle. What's a peasant to a god tier? They must not have told you you was talking to a reverend who preached that Jesus wept when Lazarus died. Man, I really know God's tears. Room shakers, man. Room shakers.
Ben called it.
Go redeem.
Raps, not enough. Rap.
God damn. And look at him talking through my rounds.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna remain calm, dude. You lucky it ain't the old me. As then I give him a round, he can't respond to.
Oh my God.
Don't talk.
Why you wild?
Talk to that man.
Bro,
Rap.
Talk to that man.
hey, you spent years bragging about how you so divine with this God style. And now here it is. Years later, you opening this card with me, God's child. How humbling. How humbling. Let's get to addressing your karma. You got like 50 battles on grind time. I'm vexed you ain't father. I mean, you put yourself on a pedestal, but God had to lower you down just so you could be blessed by the Father. You spent all them years winning. You should have wrote the book on these W's, brother. I guess you the author. He in his mind, he think he a whole star. He got a lot of gun bars about how the gun's so big, it probably got more rounds than his whole card. But this
A lot of rounds, bro.
in his mind, he a whole star. And he probably got a gun line, but how his gun's so big, he got more rounds than his whole card. So yeah, he could talk about killing me in his bars. He got the bulldog. He go everywhere you go, like he's on a leash. But you can kill me, cause this earth ain't my home. I'm on a leash. That's why gun bars, I don't feel one. Cause true story, I stood face to face with a real one. My man E got shot when I was 16. I went to his funeral and ain't cried. Not cause I ain't want to, but I came up around Cali shooters that aim high. And if they feel like you ain't died and you still with life, they'll go from aiming high to bust down like rollies filled with ice. That's why I don't feel his hype. No need to tote the grip. When I tote his writ, I'm filled with Christ. See, I used to be quick-tempered. My mind would flip. But my mind would flip. And I had to pray to God when lights became darkest. I'm gonna be honest. I was this close to selling dimes and nicks when wifey got started. So don't take me back to those days, cause if you get me any madder, son, we could square right in the garden. I got a confession. I got a confession. I live by the word, but it's one verse, turning the other cheek, I haven't mastered just yet. Cause I came up in the East 90s Brooklyn. It was like eczema. Roughnecks. I got a confession. I live by the word, but that verse, turning the other cheek, I haven't mastered just yet. So I came up in the East 90s Brooklyn. It was like eczema. Roughnecks. And I know losing to this church boy, you be upset. You test me. You find I still can get it shaking with these hands, like we just met. See, I still can get it shaking with these hands, like we just met. You come to my old hood, you could die from secondhand smoke by the amount of cigs bang. And I used to walk through the streets praying, cause it broke my heart. It wasn't just the OGs, even the kids bang. I'm talking little shooters. They'd be outside playing tag, but it was only for the toes. It wasn't the kids' game. Let me rap. I'm talking little shooters. They be outside with their friends playing tag, but it was only for the toes. It wasn't the kids' game. I'm talking young gunners. They might be too short for a headshot, but they was like Mello in his prime. They perfected shooting the mid-range. See, that's why. I'm talking young gunners that may be too short for a headshot. They was like Mello in his prime. They perfected shooting the mid-range, and that's why I ain't gonna lie. I made a lot of enemies in my past, So I gotta pray that my angels travel with me everywhere I go, like we planned a trip. Cause I know goons that'll get your family hit with banana clips, load shells, hold 12. As man gets 6, then you get 6. Ain't nothing sweet but how the banana split. Oh my God. Go, Ain't nothing sweet. Ain't nothing sweet but how the banana flip. See, you got a lot of violent raps, but unfortunately, your performances are mundane. I mean, angles be all over the place, bars, untamed. But I got a question, bro. All that shooting you doing, have you ever even held a gun range? Do you know what it feels like when you take the shot and what that kickback do to your shoulder? Have you ever even been to a gun range? Well, guess what? I took shots, and so I got rocked. But after the shot, the Lord still brought me closer like the paper at a gun range. See, your bars, let me work. Your bars, barely basic. More variations of you blasting your Nina. We know your war stories. Bullet sign, pulling 9. Every shot got my name. Cassie Athena. See, I wanted to come and give you grace and life. But it's like you prefer the hearse. Matter of fact, man named Darange, dog, I heard it worse. So I'm from the streets where if it's beef, they clapping like a good word in church. And now Gates, every time you see me in a view on cam, I'm gonna be smoking. New Jersey twerk. See.
That was fire. Keep going.
Yo, Gates, every time you see me in the view on cam, I'm gonna be smoking. New Jersey twerk. See, you ain't good for this job. You pink slipping. I got a grip on his neck. He faint wishing he could rank with us. These bars pierce like a shake split him or a plank hit him. Is this a prank, Dennis? You put this great penman up against a blank template who rap like his brain missing? My aim shifted. I ain't saying he ain't gifted, but I'm gonna show y'all exactly why we think different. See, he rather hit me in the dome with the nickel 5 times. Let the lead slaughter. He rather hit me in the dome with the nickel 5 times. Leave me with dead daughters. Y'all looking like what I said boring. While I'm trying to give him life, offer advice like I'm TED talking, I'm still waiting till y'all heads caught it. I said he wanna hit me in the dome with the nickel 5 times while I'm trying to change my. Basically, I just want us both to end with the same headquarters. See.
Oh, rap. Whoa.
See.
Go.
I stand before the judge, and even though I was guilty, because of the blood, I can tell him my plea changed. I seen a whole lot of tragedy. I'm talking gangsters that love their families, but couldn't even keep their kids on their keychains because they had too many enemies.
Rap.
Talking a whole lot of tragedy. Talking a whole lot of tragedy. Gangsters that love their family, but couldn't even keep their kids on their keychain. I used to literally live next door. To the dope house. Now I got access to the Lord's house. My keys changed.
Go. Now, go.
Why you so afraid to see change? Why you nervous about coming to God?
Get him over.
Hold it down. Why you so afraid to see change? Why you so nervous to come to God? Enslaved to your past. See, he's chained. Y'all see this chicken coop? He nervous while I'm just trying to help free range. See my brother That's it. My brother Saga. Hold on. Get through this. My brother Saga will probably say he hope that your soul is right. And I'm gonna be honest, I do too. Because in this world of darkness, I'm just hoping we all hold the light. See, because I got the light. like Billie Jean when Mike Jack walk. See, I got the light, like high beams on a Mack truck. I got the light, like that Glock 17 strap look. I got the light, like when Jeremiah seen on that Big Sean track hook. I got the light, like Kazan on a bike, how Shaq look. I got the light, like Kazan on a bike, how Shaq look. I got the light, ever seen Last Dragon, how Tom Mack look. I got the light, Carlton when he got Will's Black Book. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. No, room shaker. I got the light. Let me wrap it up. I got the light, like Carlton when he got Will's Black Book. I got the light, like pressing F6 to brighten the screen on a MacBook. And I just want
You got the light.
Hold on. F6 on a MacBook.
Let him get the light.
And I know
Put it down.
that you want to have the light inside you. Hold it down.
A little louder.
I want you to have the light too. I'm talking God inside you. But you want to be around absorbing yourself, flexing. I just want to help you see that you got the light. Like it turned green and your head down texting. Keep coming back. Like it turned green and his head down texting. He coming back with a horn. Hold on, let me get through this. He coming back with a horn. So take note, because I don't want you to be, he coming back with a horn. So take note, because I don't want you to be so absorbed in your own voice that you out of range. I want you reborn. And these words, I want you reborn. And these words are like clothes with a stain that you try to return. Can't say you ain't been worn. I might go down. They'll catch it on camera. As the only rapper in battle rap history to make sure me and my opponent both get the victory. Right?
Make some noise with it.
God bless you.